trying to get this through anyway. Hey yo, Queens get the money, long time no cash. I'm caught up in the hustle where the guns go blast. The fool retaliated, so I had to think fast. Pull out my heat first, see, pull out a seat last. Now who the fuck you think is living to this day?
At the beginning of 1994, Albert Prodigy Johnson and Kiwan Havoc Muchida were teenagers who'd already begun careers as professional musicians and seen them start to unravel. The year before, Mobb Deep released their debut album, Juvenile Hell, and subsequently lost their first recording contract when it sold only around 20,000 copies. They got a second chance with the independent label Loud Records, and in early '94, they began work on what would become their masterpiece, The Infamous.
It's just another day, drowning my troubles with a 40. That's when I got the call from this brown-skinned shorty. She asked me where's my crew at, said we could do whatever. She got a crew too, and said that we should get together.
Unlike Juvenile Hell, which relied on a roster of established producers like DJ Premier and Large Professor, Havoc and Prodigy were determined to make as much of the influence themselves as possible. Between Havoc's blossoming skills as a beatmaker and Prodigy's talent for digging up obscure samples, they developed a signature sound that was gritty but tinged with a haunting, hypnotic atmosphere. At the same time, they began to bring a new level of graphic detail to their lyrics about street life in the housing projects in Queens that they'd made their home base, on tracks like Survival of the Fittest.
No matter how much loot I get, I'm staying in the projects forever. Jakes on the blocks, we out clever. And beef, we never separate, roll together. When words come to words, my peoples come first. Try to react and get the motherfucker feelings hurt.
Once they hit the studio, they were joined by some big-name fans. The Wu-Tang Clan's Raekwon and Ghostface contributed verses to Right Back At You.
And your whole clique got nothing but raw shit. Whip after whip, stay flashing your dick on tricks. Your whole crew's ravishing, teams untouchable in the jungle, banging Nas, Mobb Deep, and Wu.
Ray popped up again on Eye for an Eye, Your Beef Is Mine's, alongside Queensbridge's most famous resident, Nas, whose recently released Illmatic was arguably the biggest record on the streets at the time.
What's up to all my niggas swerving in New York metropolis? The bridge brings apocalypse, shoot at the clouds, feels like the holy beast is watching us. Madman, my sanity is going like an hourglass. Gun inside my bad hand, I slice trying to bag grams.
The album's most unlikely contributor was Queens native Q-Tip, whose involvement with The Infamous goes deeper than his guest spot on Drink Away the Pain. Although the jazzy hip-hop he made with A Tribe Called Quest might seem at odds with Mobb Deep's grimy aesthetic, he played a key role behind the scenes. Working under the pseudonym The Abstract, he produced 3 of the album's tracks, and the duo would credit him with shaping its overall sound by reworking the drums to add radio-friendly snap to the often murky production.
When you play with crowds, sometimes it's not too fly. Even though the goods look deceiving to the eye. The end situation can leave your ass dry. That's why you got to walk on by, walk on by, walk on by, walk on by.
The single that helped The Infamous turn gold and elevated Mobb Deep from a footnote in 90s New York rap into hip-hop legends almost didn't happen. In the lead-up to the studio sessions, Havoc was making and discarding beats at such a rapid pace that he almost deleted a track he'd made out of a piano riff from Herbie Hancock's Jessica and a loop of discordant noise lifted from Quincy Jones's Kitty with the Bent Frame. Fortunately, friends convinced him to keep it. Loud Records issued Shook Ones as a teaser single in early 1995, while the Infamous sessions were still happening, but rap radio wasn't interested. Instead of abandoning the track, Prodigy and Havoc reworked the lyrics, and when Shook Ones Part 2 was released as the Infamous's lead single, it was an immediate sensation, reaching number 59 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to look, they shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks. Scared to death and scared to look, they shook. Cause ain't no such thing as halfway crooks.
With its hypnotic boom-bap beat and unflinching lyrics, Shook Ones Part 2 crystallized a strain of New York hip-hop that ran parallel to the flashy records by artists like the Notorious B.I.G. that would soon usher in rap's bling era and subsequent crossover into mainstream pop. That grit and grime made The Infamous a standard for hip-hop authenticity that would go on to influence several generations of artists, both within hip-hop and without. Shook Ones Part 2 has since become one of the most widely sampled songs of all time. Eminem rapped over its beat, and Mariah Carey sang over it. Prodigy's lyrics have been quoted by Lady Gaga and in the musical Hamilton.
19, the
but my mind is older. These New York City streets get cold, I shoulder.
I'm only 19, but my mind is older. When the things get for real, my warm heart turns cold.
While the Infamous never sold as many copies as some of the records that borrowed from it, its uncompromising vision has made it one of the most subtly influential albums in modern music.